Hey, what's up, beautiful humans? It's your girl, X, and today we're about to spill the real tea on dating cultures in three super unique countries: Ukraine, Egypt, and Vietnam. Look, if you've ever wondered what it's like to swipe right in a war zone, negotiate a dowry, or win the heart of someone who's got both elegance and hustle, then you're in the right place. Trust me, this is not your average top 10 dating facts video. Nah, we're going deep, personal, and real. Now before you get all dreamy-eyed about Ukrainian beauty, Egyptian romance, or Vietnamese charm, let's get one thing straight. Every country has its own set of rules, red flags, and wild stories. I want you to listen up, take notes, and comment one below if you take your chances in Ukraine, because let's be honest, some of y'all are bold and I love that energy. Let me know. Also, for the perfect vibe, I recommend some cool background music from YouTube Studio. It sets the mood, and your girl's gotta keep it classy. So, buckle up fam, we're about to travel across continents, break down stereotypes, and get into the nitty-gritty of what love looks like from Kiev to Cairo to Hanoi. No AI stock footage, no robot voices, just me, you, and the raw, unfiltered truth about finding real connection in a complicated world. Ready? Let's do this. Alright, let's start with Ukraine, where the dating game is definitely not for the faint of heart. Imagine searching for love in a place where war has reshaped everything. Families are divided, people are moving across borders, and the whole vibe is a mix of heartbreak, hope, and hustle. If you think it's all about flowers and poetry, think again. Here, dating is practical, almost like a survival skill. Ukrainian women? They're known for their beauty, yes, but don't let the looks fool you. These ladies have attitude and resilience. Think model off-duty mixed with, I survived a revolution. Now a lot of Western and Asian dudes roll up with this fantasy, like, oh, Ukrainian women are so romantic and traditional. But here's the plot twist. Most are looking for real partnership, not just a fairy tale. Romance is cool, but can you handle a crisis? Can you fix a leaky faucet? Because practicality is sexy here. The war made people grow up fast. And women, especially, value a man who's stable, confident, and knows what he wants. Let's talk about appearances. Ukrainian women are famous for their looks, long hair, stylish, always put together, even if they're just running to the store. But attitude, on point. They know their worth, and they won't settle for less. If you come in with fake promises or weak game, you're out, no second chances. It's not about being rich or flashy, it's about charisma, confidence, and the ability to make things happen, even when everything's falling apart. Dating apps are huge in Ukraine, but the experience is totally different in big cities versus small towns. In Kyiv or Odessa, you'll find more international vibes, people open to new experiences, and a faster pace. Small towns? Super traditional, everyone knows everyone, and family opinions matter, a lot. If you're swiping in a village, just know you'll probably meet the whole family before you even get to dessert. Here's the thing about charisma. It's currency in Ukraine. You might not have a fancy car or a huge bank account, but if you can make her laugh, show real confidence, and dan such will net sot sun, and dan son stand and ston ti were man were done, and dan stun lan a little drama, you're already winning. Confidence isn't just I can talk to girls, it's I can handle life. That's what stands out. Now, let's get real about the foreigner fantasy. There's this belief, especially among Western and Asian men, that you can just walk into Ukraine and everyone's gonna fall at your feet. False. Sure, being foreign is interesting, but if you don't respect the culture, or you come off as arrogant, you'll get ghosted real quick. It's not about being exotic, it's about showing up, being genuine, and understanding the struggle. Let me tell you about Ina and Haing, a real couple who met during the chaos. Ina, Ukrainian, had lost her job and was living with her grandma. Haing, from Vietnam, came to Ukraine for work. They met on a dating app, and it wasn't love at first sight. It was survival at first sight. They bonded over cooking cheap meals together and helping each other find odd jobs. Over time, their connection grew deeper, built on trust and teamwork, not just butterflies. That's the kind of love that lasts. But let's not sugarcoat it. There are contrasts. Loyalty is everything, but betrayal cuts deep. Beautiful women are everywhere, but genuine, lasting love, that's rare. The pressure is real, and a lot of people get caught up in the chase for something better. More money, more excitement, more security. It's a tough market, and not every story ends happily. If you're thinking, yeah, I could handle that, then comment one below. Would you take your shot in Ukraine? Let me know. I'm curious, how many of you are ready for that challenge? Remember, beauty is common here, but finding someone to stick with you through thick and thin, that's the real challenge. But hey, the reward is worth it if you're up for the adventure. So next time you see a stunning Ukrainian woman on Instagram, just remember, behind the photo is a story of survival, ambition, and real grit. Bring your best self, or you're not getting past hello. Big city or small town, dating in Ukraine is about navigating expectations, family, and, yeah, a little bit of danger. It's high stakes, high reward. One last thing, don't let Hollywood fool you. The real story is more complicated, more intense, and honestly, way more inspiring. Switching gears, let's take a trip to Egypt, where romance is woven into traditions and marriage is literally a contract. If you thought finding the one in Ukraine was tough, wait till you see what Egyptian couples go through. Everything here is shaped by patriarchy, economic realities, and centuries of cultural expectations. Love isn't just about chemistry, it's about negotiating with families, balancing traditions and, oh yeah, coming up with enough cash for a wedding. Egyptian women, classic beauty, deep loyalty, and a killer sense of humor. But don't get it twisted. Loyalty is a two-way street, and women expect respect and security in return. The reality. For most people, the path to marriage is a marathon, not a sprint. You need a dowry, a furnished home, and enough money to throw a wedding that won't embarrass your family. It's not just about love, it's about proving you can provide. Let's talk about dowries. It's not just an old school tradition, it's the tradition. Families negotiate everything. How much gold, what kind of furniture, even what appliances are in the house. It's like Shark Tank meets Married at First Sight. If you can't afford it, you better keep swiping, because the competition is fierce. Polygamy? Technically legal, but super rare. Why? Because it's expensive as heck. One wife is already a full-time job, emotionally and financially. Most Egyptian men can barely afford one marriage, let alone 2 or 3. So, if you're worried about being wife number 2, relax. The odds are not in your favor, unless your man is basically a billionaire. Now let's be honest. The economic struggle is real. Salaries are low, the cost of living is high, and young people are hustling just to get by. A lot of couples wait years, sometimes decades, before they can afford to get married. Some even live with their parents until everything is set. Privacy. What's that? Dating in secret is practically an Olympic sport. Because of these pressures, some Egyptian women look for foreign partners, not because they're gold diggers, but because they want freedom, respect, and a real chance at stability. For many, a foreign marriage means escaping restrictive traditions, starting fresh, and building a life where they have more say. But don't get it twisted. Most Egyptian women are fiercely proud of their culture. They want love, but they also want someone who respects their values, family, and faith. If you can't handle that, you're not ready for an Egyptian queen. There's this stereotype that Egyptian women are submissive. Nope, they're strong, opinionated, and know how to get what they want, sometimes with a smile, sometimes with a side eye. And trust me, nobody negotiates like an Egyptian mom. Let's talk about the dating scene. Public displays of affection? Pretty much a no-go. Most couples keep things on the low, meeting in cafes or malls, always looking over their shoulder. Social media? It's a double-edged sword. Great for flirting, risky for reputations. Marriage is still the endgame. Hookup culture? Not really a thing here. If you're dating someone, it's serious, with a capital S. Most relationships are about finding someone you can build a life with. Not just someone to take cute selfies with. Now, the wedding itself is a production. I'm talking hundreds of guests, loud music, dancing, and enough food to feed a small army. It's a celebration, but also a statement. A way for families to show off their status and generosity. But underneath all the glitz, there's real pressure. Marriages have to last, families have to get along, and everyone's reputation is on the line. Divorce? It happens, but it's still frowned upon, especially for women. So what's the secret to making it work in Egypt? Patience, hustle, and a lot of negotiation. If you can handle the pressure, the payoff is huge, a partner who will stand by you through anything. If you thought dating was complicated before, Egypt will teach you a whole new level of strategy. But hey, the rewards are real, if you're ready for the challenge. Now, let's land in Vietnam, where the dating scene is a blend of tradition, modernity, and a whole lot of charm. Vietnamese women are known for their gentle, elegant beauty, but don't get it twisted. Behind that soft smile, there's a strength that could run a Fortune 500 company. The dating culture here, it's all about balance. Western and Asian men both have their own perceptions. Western guys often imagine Vietnamese women as super traditional, maybe even submissive, while Asian guys see them as sophisticated and independent. The truth? Vietnamese women are a mix, polite, graceful, but also educated, ambitious, and not afraid to stand up for themselves. There's this ugly stereotype about cheap wives. Like Vietnamese women are just looking for a ticket out of the country. Nope. The reality is, most women here are highly educated, career-focused, and looking for a real connection. They want a partner who respects their values and is willing to put in the effort. Family is huge in Vietnam. If you're dating someone, you're not just dating them. You're meeting their parents, grandparents, and probably their neighbor's dog. Respect is everything. Bring gifts, be polite, and show you're serious. If you can't handle family dinners, you're not ready for the real thing. Romance here isn't about grand gestures, it's about the little things. Walking her home, remembering her favorite snack, helping with chores. These mean more than 1,000 roses. Effort is everything. If you're lazy, you'll get nowhere fast. But let's talk about red flags. If someone is always asking for money, especially early on, be careful. That's not love. That's a business transaction. The real charm is in shared experiences, not bank transfers. Tradition is still a big deal, but so is modern life. Young couples are balancing old-school values with new dreams. Women want to build careers, travel, and have a say in their relationships, but they also value loyalty, family, and all the tiny rituals that make love last. Vietnamese beauty is next level. Think glowing skin, long hair, and a style that's both classic and trendy. But don't let the looks fool you. These women are tough, smart, and know what they want. You can't win them over with just sweet talk. You have to show up, follow through, and prove you're trustworthy. Here's where effort really counts. Forget flashy gifts. Want to impress her? Remember her birthday, listen to her stories, and show genuine interest in her family. That's the stuff that wins hearts here. Vietnamese women are also super supportive. If you're struggling, they'll help you find solutions, not just complain. But don't take advantage. Respect goes both ways. Modern dating apps are popular here, but they're not everything. Most people still meet through friends, family, or at work. The vibe is more, let's get to know each other than let's get married tomorrow. One thing you'll notice, Vietnamese women are both soft and strong. They'll laugh at your jokes and then call you out if you mess up. It's the perfect mix of kindness and backbone. If you want a real relationship in Vietnam, you have to balance tradition with effort, respect with independence. It's not always easy, but the payoff, a loving, loyal partner who's also a boss, is totally worth it. So, next time you see a Vietnamese couple sipping coffee by the lake, remember, that's the result of real effort, real respect, and a whole lot of heart. So, there you have it. 3 countries, 3 totally different approaches to dating, and a whole lot of lessons about love, loyalty, and what it really means to build a relationship. Remember, not every story ends in heartbreak. Some couples make it through the chaos, the pressure, and the culture clashes and find something truly beautiful on the other side. I want to hear from you. Which country surprised you the most? Would you take your shot in Ukraine, try your luck in Egypt, or search for real romance in Vietnam? Drop your thoughts and stories in the comments. I'll be reading every single one, so don't hold back. Thank you so much for watching. If you vibe with these global love stories, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more deep dives into dating cultures around the world. Until next time, keep your heart open, your mind curious, and remember, real love is always worth the journey.